It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we delve back into a bumper sporting weekend after 2 weeks of edge-of-your-seat tennis action with a number of major upsets. We're down to the last few games in the men's and women's single draws of the first Grand Slam of the year, the big one, the Australian Open. And ahead of the finals weekend, former South African tennis player and tennis great Jeff Coetzee joins us this morning with his picks of who will lift the 2017 trophies. You've just returned from Melbourne. I'm going to wish you well for 2017, you and your beautiful family. Not the greatest South African showing, and that seems to be the narrative at the moment. Of course, Raven Klaasen flying that South African flag, but what did you make of your experiences in Melbourne, man?
Yeah, it was tough, you know. Wish that Kevin was there, but unfortunately still injured, and Raven losing early. It was tough, you know. The other guys started playing well early on, broke Raven's serve, and then the momentum just kind of got to the other guys, and they were actually serving for the second set, but lost it. And yeah, it's a lot of homework to be done, back on the drawing board, and then be ready for the next one.
Yeah, man, we need those structures to kick in beneath the pro level now, for sure. So I think this Australian Open has been typified by the upsets. Djokovic out early, Murray out of the fold. Which has stood out for you? Which shocked you the most?
I think more Djokovic losing to Easterman. I mean, I remember just watching that match, and in the players' lounge, everybody watching the match, and just can you really believe it, that the guy would actually lose? I think the last time he lost so early was in 2008 in Australia. So he's never, you know, he's gone to win the tournament 6 times. So very, very tough to lose that, but all credit to Easterman.
Yeah, and a name I think that we're going to see, like a number of new players on the scene, certainly rising to the top. Looking towards that women's final, an all-family affair. We've both been courtside to watch Venus and Serena play. I find it very difficult to believe that Venus could get one over Serena, but what a golden opportunity, but huge pressure there.
I think a bit of pressure for both. Venus has never won it, and then obviously Serena's aiming for their 23rd Grand Slam title, beating Steffi Graf. So the last time they played each other, it was 2003, if I can remember correctly, in Australia, where a younger sister won. But I think, personally, I think Serena will win probably in 3 sets.
Yeah, and certainly a huge amount of pride at stake within the family, never mind the world rankings and those sorts of things. The Fed Express is back. 6 months off the court. He is playing at his best. He got pushed in an all-Swiss semi. What did you make of that semi-final, and what do you think of his prospects going into the final?
I think he has got a very good chance. I mean, these kind of players, you know, they take out 6 months and you think it's going to take them time, but they have a different schedule. They think different.
It's all tennis,
and
yeah.
I think, you know, Roger's probably playing or moving the best he's been for forever. You know, he's spent about 5 hours a day in Dubai in the off-season, so he's been working really, really hard. And yesterday's semi-final, you know, 2 sets to love up. And then he lost a little serve break early on, but he played really well in the 5th set, holding that break points, and then played superbly to serve out the match.
Who do you think he's going to play in that final? I suppose the heart of us wants to see a Rafa-Fed final again.
I think everybody wants to, looking forward to, because, I mean, you never would have dreamed this. I mean, Roger went to Rafa's academy to open it up in November, and it's like they're just fooling around, just saying, hey, imagine we could play a major again one day. And you know,
here it is.
A couple of months later, they possibly might be playing each other in the final.
Oh, man, it makes us oldies have hope again. Jeff, awesome to connect with you. Thank you so much for everything you continue to do for South African tennis, and enjoy what promises to be, I think, an edge-of-your-seat year of tennis as well. But we'll be watching those finals very closely. Okay, and all the best again to you and your family ahead of 2017. Well, the scene has been set for some thrilling finals in the Australian Open, but let's bring it back to today and catch up on the latest headlines.